हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हो। आशा करता हूँ सभी लोग अपने घर पे स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित होंगे। टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट अक्षपा स्नेह। एज यू नो, oral administration of ghee or other fat substances alone is called as a achapa sneha. After this lecture, you will able to learn and understand about what is the achpan sneha and what is the sodhan saman sneha, duration of snehapan, how we administered sneha and types of sneha. Now, definition of Akshapapeya Sneha. Taking plain ghee or other fat substances alone is called as Akshapeya Sneha. Plain or medicated fat substance may be used for this purpose. This is also popularly known by the name of Snehapan, where Sneha represent fat substances and Pan means drinking something. In this procedure of Snehana, fat substances are not given in combination with other substances like different foods. About the therapeutic efficacy, among the different form of Snehana procedure, Akshapeya Sneha is regarded as the best procedure. Moreover, this method of Snehana is most ideal in clients who are capable of digesting the fat substances quickly, who have the habit of consuming the fat in the food, and who can tolerate the stress. This procedure is always preferred in moderate climate condition. It is not ideal to administer to Akshapeya Sneha during the extreme cold or hot weather. Now, types of Akshapeya Snehana. Depending upon the purpose of Snehapan, it is categorized into two types. First one is Sodhana Snehapan and second one is Samana Snehapan. Now we will discuss about Sodhana Sneha. Sodhan Snehapan is carried out as a preliminary procedure during the Sodhan therapy like Baman and Virechan. When the Snehapan is carried out with this purpose, it is also known as Sodhana Snehana. As a part of Sodhana procedure, the Snehapan is carried out to facilitate the mobilization of the dosas from the site of its lesion or accumulation to the site of elimination, means Shakha to coast. In this process, Utkileshana state of the dosas is achieved by the Snehapan. Utklesh here refer to provocation of the dosas for its easy elimination by the Sodhan procedure. Some of Snehana preparations like Sukumar Ghrata, Arand Tel cause purgation on the oral administration. This is also known by the name of Sodhana Sneha. Next and second one is Samana Sneha. Samana Snehapan is administered to pacify the morbid doshas and do not render the Utklesh state of the doshas. The major differences in the procedure of the Sodhana Sneha and Samana Sneha is in the duration of Snehapan, time of administration, as well as dosage of fat substances. Large dose of medicated fat is orally administered for a maximum period of 7 days in the Sodhana Snehapan. One contrary to this, in Samana Snehapan, intermediate dose of Sneha is preferred and is continue till the desired effect in the form of remission of symptom appears. And Sodhana Sneha is given early in the morning at the time of sunrise, whereas the Saman Sneha is administered late in the morning at the time of food intake. Next, we will discuss about duration of Snehapana. Snehapan is indicated for both Sodhan and Saman purpose. In case of Sodhan therapy, Snehapan is carried out to provoke and dislodge the morbid dosas from the site of lesion. In case of Saman treatment, Snehapan is carried out to pacify the morbid dosage. According to duration of Snehapan in this occasion vary. When the Snehapan is carried out at the preparation of the patient for the Sodhana procedure, fat substances are administered for 3 to 7 days depending upon the requirement. It is also observed that people having Mradu coast show the desired effect of Snehana therapy as early as 3 days. The people having Madhyam coast develop the symptoms suggestive of the proper Snehana is about 5 days. In contrast to this, the people of Krur coast taking about a maximum of 7 days to achieve the proper effect of Snehana therapy. Therefore, in general, the total duration of the Snehapan is said to be 3 to 7 days. Usually, Snehana is not continued after the 7 days, as it is said that patient get accustomed to the consumption of the fat substances after 7 days, which is not desired. The Snehapan is done in an attempt to dislodge the doshas, and is not possible if the heavy intake of fat substances get accustomed to the body. If the fat gets accustomed to the body, being the food item, it is likely to nourish the body. For any reason, if person having Krur coast does not show the symptom of proper Snehana therapy in the first 7 days, then the Snehapan is stopped for 1 day to prevent the body getting accustomed to it, and then continued once again for few more days till the patient develops desired effect of Snehana. Snehapan, when it is done for the Saman purpose, the dosage is different and the duration of therapy is also different. Large or medium dose of Sneha is orally administered till one gets the desired effect in the form of remission of the symptoms of the disease the patient suffering from. Or else in healthy, the Snehapan is administered as a nutritive or to enhance the personal abilities like memory power, and Saman Snehapan is continued till the client show the desired effect. And also this Saman Snehana is best administered in person who are habituated to the intake of fat substances. In the Saman Snehapan, the pacification of the doshas or the nourishment of the body is desired, and therefore the therapy is continued for the longer duration till the desired effect is observed or achieved. In the Saman form of the therapy, the morbid dosas is not provoked, and therefore there is no need to consider the phenomenon of Snehana getting accustomed. In continuation of Achchapan Snehapan, now time of administration of Snehana. Time of administration of the Snehana varies according to the morbidity of doshas and the season at which the Isnepan is performed. The same is elaborated in Isnepan therapy. Isnepan is always ideal at the time when the sunshine is good and sky is clear without clouds. In Sadharan Ritu or moderate climate condition, the Isnepan is advised in daytime. Administration of Isnepan is also preferred in the daytime whenever morbidity of kapha dosas or vat and kapha dosas is identified. Contrary to this, in conditions due to morbidity of vat as well as pitta dosa, Isnepan is carried out at the night hours. Also during the hot weathers and in predominant vitiation of vata dosa, Isnepan is done at night hours. Further, during the cold weather and the vitiation of kapha dosa when present, Isneha is administered in the daytime. Different fat substances are preferred in different season for Isnepan. Like tel is preferred in the Varsa Ritu or monsoon season. Grit is ideal for Isnehan in Sarad Ritu or autumn season. Vasa and Majja are preferably selected for oral administration in the Vasant Ritu or spring season. Depending upon the clinical condition when needed, Tela may be given at night in the cold season instead of Grat in daytime. So also if essential, Grat may be administered at night time in Grishma Ritu or summer season. Further, in the presence of predominance of Visheshan of Pitta and Vata dosa, ghee may be given at the night hours in Grishma Ritu or summer season. Now determination of cost. How we determine the cost of patient? The term cost refer to the state of abdomen is determined by the fixed behavior of bowel habits. In any given patient, the habit of passing the loose stools is characteristic of Mradu cost and is due to influence of predominance of Pitta dosha in this Prakriti. Such person having Mradu cost tend to pass watery stool on consuming food like milk, jaggery, sugarcane juice, pudding, decoction of trifla, grape juice or fresh alcohol. Likewise, habit of passing stools with each which is neither loose nor hard is typical of persons having Madhya Kosta. The predominance Kapha dosha is one Prakriti determine the nature of Madhyam Kosta. In contrast to this, habit of passing hard stools is observed in person having Krura Kosta and is due to the influence of predominance of Vata dosha in the Prakriti. People having Krura Kosta pass watery stool only on administration of the strong purgatives. Understanding of this behavior of the coast is essential to fix the dose of Isnepan to the patient. Now we will discuss about dosage of Isnehapana. 4 different dosage patterns are followed for the Isnehapan and are named as Pravar Matra, Madhyama Matra, Avar Matra and Hrasyasi Matra with Arohan Kram. Essentially, these dose patterns depend upon one's ability of digestion and the intention of Snehapan. First one, we will discuss about Pravar Matra of Sneha. This refers to the largest dose of fat for oral administration. The amount of fat which is orally administered and then take about 24 hours for its digestion is considered as the large dose. Such a large dose of Sneha is capable of dislodging the morbid dosa from any of the body channel. It enhances the physical strength as well as supports the body, mind and sense organ in general. This largest dose of fat is especially indicated in following person. Sneha Nitya, the person or patient who has the habit of taking the fat substances in daily routine foods. Chotusah, individuals who have the ability to withstand hunger. Next, Pipasa Sah, client who have tolerate the excessive thirst. Pav Kosa Uttama Balaha, person having strong digestive power. Uttama Bala, individuals who are physically strong. And the patient suffering from following disease are also indicated for Pravar Matra. In gulm or abdominal swelling, sarpdans or poisonous snake bite, visharp or infectious disease of skin and subcutaneous tissues, unmat or insanity, krichmutrata or painful urination or difficulty in micturition, gandharvarch, hard stools. Next matra is Madhyam Matra. The medium dose of Sneha is referred by the name of Madhyam Matra. The quantity of fat that gets digested in 12 hours when orally administered is the Madhyam Matra. This dose is preferred as it is unlikely to cause reduction in the physical strength. The risk of complications during and after the procedure is minimum, as well as the desired effect of Sneha is achieved with each. This is especially indicated in the following persons. Nati Bhavasyandya, person who do not have the habit of taking large amount of food. Mradu Kost, person having Mradu Kost. Madhyama Bala means person having moderate physical strength. Madhya Dosa, person having suffering with moderate quantity of dosage vitiation. And the person suffering with certain disease like Aruska or pustular eruption on the scalp. Pidaka or papular skin eruptions, spot, vascular or bullous eruptions, kandu, pruritus, pama means scabies, ardita means facial paralysis, kushtha means different type of skin disease, pramidha means disease characterized by excessive urination, vatasonit or ischemic limb disease. These are the some disease which are indicated for Madhyam Matra. Now our Matra. Some dose of Sneha is referred by the name of Hirashya Matra or our Matra. The amount of fat or the quantity of fat that gets digested in 6 hours when administered orally is known as our Matra. The risk of complication of the Snehapan is almost absent in the dose of the fat. This improves the physical strength, enhance the sexual vigor, also nutritive. This dosage may be continued for the pretty long period with our any untoward symptoms. This dosage is especially indicated in following person or disease person. Like Vriddh means elderly people, Bal, children's, Sukumar, individuals having delicate physical constitution, Abarval, person having minimum physical strength, Mandagni, person having poor digestive power, Rikta Koshtavaran, those for which the empty bowels are not beneficial, like Ragechma. Patient suffering from following disease. Chitra Samuttij Jwar, chronic fever means Chir Samuttij Jwar, Chir Samuttij Atishar, chronic diarrhea, Chir Samuttij Kash means these three special conditions in which our matra of sneha is indicated: chronic fever, chronic diarrhea and chronic cough. Fourth and last one dose is Hrishwasi matra with Arohan Kram. Hrishwasi matra means smallest dose and gradual increase in the dose of fat every day, referred to Arohan Kram. In this dose pattern, initially on the first day of the Snehana procedure, the smallest dose of the fat is given to observe the patient response and tolerance to the treatment. According to the client's response, one has to fix the small, medium and large dose of the fat to be given during the next of the day morning. In this dose pattern, smallest dose of the Sneha is administered on the first day, followed by small, medium and large dose of Sneha is given on second, third and fourth day respectively. This large dose is continued for the maximum of 7 days till the patient develops the appropriate symptom of proper Snehana. As alternative method is to start the smallest dose of the first day and then increasing gradually the dose of fat by the specific quantity regularly till the patient develops the desired effect for a maximum 7 days. This is the easiest method of administering the Sneha. By the smallest dose, one can determine the tolerance of the client to the treatment. Accordingly, for the next stage of the treatment, increased dose of Sneha is fixed. The risk of complication of day of treatment, increased dose of Sneha is fixed. The risk of complication of the treatment is almost nil. By this procedure, approximately 30 ml is considered to the smallest dose of ghee and is then gradually increased by 30 ml or 40 ml every day. This is the different types of dosage I explained to you. We will discuss continue in next lecture in this topic, like procedure of Snehapan, pre-screening of patient, preparations of patient, diet on the previous night of Snehapan, etc. in next lecture. Thank you for now. Have a good day.